Ensure smooth volume transitions. The volume changes should be smooth without abrupt jumps. Check for conflicts. Make sure this dynamic volume control doesn't conflict with other functionalities, especially if multiple features are dependent on the hand. Your hand moves lower on the conflict with other functionalities to dynamically.
It's just editing videos. Let me set the microphones and everything to default. It was silly enough to reconnect the webcam. The sound might be funny.
Just the volume of the synthesizers.
Right, so that's working okay. In theory. Where's my... Yeah, most of the time I was messing around with sound. Is it working at all? Yeah, that's just the previous video. Sound should be going into the stream. The sound should be okay. Just go live on LinkedIn as well, so it's streaming onto 3 platforms using this hacked plugin in OBS. It seems to work, so not complaining. So just considering it's Sunday today, just be editing some previous videos. We'll use Kden Live. It's working pretty well on Linux, Ubuntu. Just double check. Yeah, I might be doing video editing today and potentially improving the search, what's called the SEO, search engine optimization on Bionic website. Things like that. So kind of behind the scenes, boring stuff. Still have to do it. We also have the following error in the console in the browser. Can we check how many notes do we have? Like, what's the maximum number of fingers that can be played at once? Yep, 1, 2, 1, 2.
The error message, max polyphony exceeded. Note dropped.
Yes, normally for the videos after the live stream, we just remove all the yeps. The yeps is what when we talk to ChatGPT is what's actually sending the text, so I don't have to say it. Can pop it on the screen as well. If anyone wants to go live together, I can set up a Zoom room for you to join in for a chat if you want to. Otherwise, we'll be just talking to the bot. So we are live streaming at the moment. Are you keen to co-host the stream? The stream. Yep.
Absolutely. That sounds like an exciting opportunity. As a biomedical engineer, I can definitely provide insights and analysis on topics related to biomedical engineering, technology,
Right.
and science. Let's do this. What topics are we covering in the stream?
Why am I not hearing anything? Right, because my Bluetooth headphones are not connected. So I'm just trying to monitor my own sound. That obviously doesn't work because I forgot, because the Bluetooth just went timed out. So that's not good. Clear. Right, now the sound is good. Clear, clear, clear. Right, that works, surprisingly. Most of the time it doesn't recognize my voice. I'm thinking about actually doing like custom made something that will recognize my voice better using obviously AI, whatever, but we can use fuzzy logic or something that will work, that we can fine tune specifically to my voice. Hopefully it will work better. We already have something on biomedical.com that is running, but that's just us transcribing. Yeah, right, so we can improve that one. Add the fuzzy logic functionality to it, or neural networks, or some sort of machine learning without the buzzwords. Buzzwords. Yeah, yeah, this kind of stuff. We need to be able to recognize better. But then, how do you train it? Anyway, we might not be doing this today, so yep. Recognizes, yep, please.
Got it. You're thinking about creating a more sophisticated voice recognition system, tailored specifically to your voice, to improve the transcription accuracy during streams or casts. That's a smart move, especially if generic systems often misinterpret your voice. Integrating fuzzy logic with neural networks can indeed enhance voice recognition. Fuzzy logic, with its ability to handle imprecise information, can make the system more adaptable to nuances in speech, like accents or speech impediments. For training such a system, you need a decent amount of your own voice data. This means recording various phrases, sentences, or even casual conversations in different environments and tones. The more diverse your voice data, the better the system can learn to recognize the unique characteristics of your voice. Once you have the data, you train a neural network, potentially a deep learning model, using this dataset. The model learns to recognize patterns and nuances in your voice, differentiating them from others. Fuzzy logic can be integrated to interpret these nuances more effectively, like slight variations in pitch or speed. Remember, it's not just about quantity but also quality of data. Clear recordings in various scenarios, like noisy backgrounds, different moods, etc., would be key. The training process can be computationally intensive, so you might need a good setup or cloud-based resources. Today's stream might be too soon to implement this, but it's definitely a project worth exploring for future streams. Plus, it's a cool application of AI and biomedical engineering principles.
Right, that sounds great. Are you still listening when the OpenAI window is closed? Is hidden, not closed. Obviously, if it's closed, it won't be working, but just in the background. Yep.
Absolutely, it makes sense. You want a voice recognition system that continues to work efficiently even when the OpenAI interface isn't actively on the screen, but running in the background. This is definitely doable. For such a system to work effectively in the background, it needs to be lightweight enough not to hog system resources, yet powerful enough to accurately process and transcribe your voice in real time. The key here is optimization, ensuring the AI is responsive and accurate without being a drain on your system's CPU or memory. A potential approach could be to have a local client running on your machine that captures your voice and sends it to a more powerful server, possibly cloud-based, for processing. This way, the heavy lifting is done off your machine, allowing the system to operate smoothly in the background without affecting your other tasks. This setup also offers flexibility. If you're streaming and need real-time transcription, the system can prioritize speed. But if you're doing offline work, it can focus on accuracy, taking a bit more time to ensure it gets every word right. Keep in mind, developing such a system would require a good mix of software engineering and AI knowledge, particularly in areas like cloud computing, neural networks, and possibly edge computing.
Okay, okay.
It's an intriguing project that combines practical utility with cutting-edge tech.
Okay. Why the microphone stops working on the website? What are we using? Chrome browser. Where is it still working for the video recording and streaming? Yep.
Got it. Let's troubleshoot this. If your microphone stops working on the website you're using in Chrome browser, but it still works for video recording and streaming, the issue might be specific to how Chrome is accessing your microphone. Here are some steps to consider. Check Chrome's microphone permissions. Make sure Chrome has the necessary permissions to access your microphone. Go to Chrome settings, find Privacy and Security, then Site Settings, and check the microphone permissions.
Okay. Yeah, you off the chat now. Now the GPT-4, the other problem is that the time's out, right? So yeah, we have to lower the number of prompts we send to it. So even though I'm paying for it, the number of prompts is still limited for 40 messages per 3 hours. So that's what we also have GitHub Copilot for it. In the last couple of streams, the last month or so, we're trying to actually generate instead of GPT-4 generating the code, we were asking it to generate prompts that then we were using in GitHub Copilot within Visual Studio Code to actually change the code to the coding itself. So for example, this one here, we use this for automated video editing. We can start a new chat and ask it to, well, we can just go Copilot explain this. Essentially, supposedly using GPT-4, but it feels very different to the GPT-4 interface and implementation. Keeps, yeah, here for example, I thought I'm saying something inappropriate, which I did not, or at least I do not remember saying anything that starts with an S. That had to be marked out like this. Yeah, for the video editing, there's a lot of tools now that use supposedly AI. There's like a zillion of tools that use AI in video editing, but some of it is pretty basic. So for example, this code is so they provide a Python script here processing video files. It's using MoviePy, Librosa, I think, for sound, TQDM, module. What's it doing? Really forgot how this code works. It's just a progress bar, right? It's just a progress bar in the terminal. Librosa is audio loading, so we actually taking the video for the file. By the way, where is it? We don't need those labels. So we're actually not doing the fuzzy logic today, unless someone is asking about it. Clear. Clearing actually works. Yeah, this tool is actually pretty good. It's a ChatGPT voice control. It's called Voice Wave. We haven't donated yet. We probably will, because I am using it all the time. and it's sending a message with whatever you want. You can say, well, currently some sort of timeout thing for the microphone. Is it in the settings? All right, and also, wait, voice control. Ah, that's the output, right? So we're pretending to be, well, I'm not because I'm talking to it, but the bot is pretending to be English, UK, using Google text-to-speech. Yeah, you can set your speaking speed and everything. Response natural voice, yes. Add listen button to the message. So I don't know where this, there is a listen button. So I have, right, because I have another add-on in what's it, Chrome, that has actually a different voice. I don't know which one's better. Which one?
Got it. Let's troubleshoot this.
Which one you like more?
If your
I like
microphone
more
stops
this
working on
one
the
better.
website you're using in Chrome browser, but it still works for video recording and streaming, the issue might be specific to how Chrome is accessing your microphone. Here are some steps to consider.
Yes, all these add-ons are changing the website and accessing the text on it as well. Hardware check. Yeah, if it's giving you like a long answer like that, you can just start narrowing it down. So I said the microphone is working okay. It just seemed to be timing out at random times. Can you also keep your responses short? And also, can we keep a counter of how many prompts are there in the current conversation? This might be important when trying not to hit the 40 messages per 3-hour limit, the current limit for GPT-4. Yep.
Understood. I'll keep it brief. Regarding the mic issue, if it's timing out randomly, this could be a software or connectivity problem. Check for software updates or potential interference with other devices. For the conversation counter, this is your 8th message in our current conversation. If you have any more questions or need further assistance, feel free to ask.
So should we design a timer of some sort that will actually, so how long is the current conversation? Like when did we start? When the first message appeared? And the time, essentially, what's the time from since this conversation have started? So we can calculate the percentage of the 40 messages per 3-hour limit. Yep. I don't know if this will be useful. Maybe someone else wants to actually
Designing
do
a
it.
timer to track the duration of our conversation and calculate the progress towards the 40-message, 3-hour limit is a practical idea. Here's a simple approach. Start time tracking. Record the time when the first message was sent. Current time. Continuously or periodically check the current time. Calculate duration. Subtract the start time from the current time to get the total conversation duration. Message count. Keep a tally of messages sent. Calculate percentage. Use the message count and conversation duration to calculate the percentage of the 40-message, 3-hour limit used. I can write a Python script to demonstrate this. You'll need to input the start time and periodically update the message count. Let's set this up. Please provide the time when we started our conversation.
Clear. Okay, we might do this another time. I thought this is something you should be providing. because even if I have the Python code running, how would it integrate with the current chat unless I'm using the ChatGPT API? Yeah, hopeless. API. Sometimes whispering works better, but it might be very freaky. Yep.
I see your point. While I can certainly create a Python script to demonstrate the concept, integrating it directly with the ChatGPT session or its API would be outside my capabilities. As an AI developed by OpenAI, I don't have real-time tracking or integration capabilities with external systems or APIs, including the ability to automatically track the time and count messages within a session. For real-time tracking in your setup, you would need to develop a system that can interface with the ChatGPT API, if you're using it, or monitor the chat session directly. This system would need to track time, monitor the time elapsed since the start of the conversation, count messages, keep a record of the number of messages exchanged.
Okay. I just do it another time. Why aren't you transcribing? Because the microphone went out again. I don't know if I'm having all these issues because I'm using Ubuntu. What would you recommend using, Ubuntu or another Linux? Please don't say Windows. Yep.
For a project involving programming, API interactions, and potentially server-side operations, I'd recommend using Ubuntu or another Linux distribution.
Okay. You're giving me, for some reason, you're giving me generic responses. Can you, and also too long. Can you keep it short? Voice less formal, more smart casual. Please see the instructions. We have instructions provided to you. What is it? Increasing the temperature. Is it up or down? Yep.
Got it. Let's keep it short and casual. For your project, Ubuntu is a solid pick. It's user-friendly, has great community support, and is awesome for coding stuff. Plus, it's free and open source. Super handy for development work. About the temperature, increasing it means going up, decreasing it means going down. If you're talking about something like a thermostat, turning it up means making it warmer, turning it down means cooler. Hope that helps. Thermometer thumbs up.
Okay, it said we actually have instructions for ChatGPT to write in less formal, smart, casual way, keep it straight to the point, make sure it... right, that's why the previous response, it was referring to itself as a biomedical engineer. And, oh, okay. Can we get it not to use any emojis? It's transcribing. Don't use emojis. I mean, this would not take effect in the current chat. Can you not use emojis unless absolutely necessary? Yep. I don't know why it's as if...
Alright, noted. I'll skip the emojis and stick to a more straight-to-the-point style, keeping in mind the biomedical engineer perspective. Regarding your project, Ubuntu is a good choice. It's reliable for development, supports most programming needs, and has a strong user community. This makes it great for tasks involving coding and server management. About adjusting temperature, up means increasing it, down means decreasing.
Okay. Okay, with the temperature, I meant temperature of the large language model response. Yeah, you can respond like a biomedical engineer, but remember that you are pretending to be one. Can you also make the responses more humorous? No one likes formalities. Formalities. Formalities? Yep.
Gotcha. When we talk about temperature, in the context of AI like me, it's about how varied or creative the responses are. Cranking up the temperature leads to more unpredictable and diverse answers, while lowering it keeps responses more conservative and on topic. Just like turning the heat up or down, but for words instead of a room. And sure, I'll mix in a bit of humor. Remember, I'm your AI sidekick here masquerading as a biomedical engineer, so let's keep things light and fun. No need for stuffy formalities. Let's dive into the world of AI, tech, and biomedical engineering with a smile. Open mouth smile. Oops, scratch that emoji.
Yeah, okay, I like that. Let's keep going. So we're currently editing a previous live stream as well. Yeah, I wish this process could be automated, but it's not quite biomedical engineering related, is it? So maybe not quite suitable for my YouTube channel, is it? Yep.
You're right, automating the editing of a live stream isn't directly related to biomedical engineering, but it's still a cool tech topic. You could spin it to fit your channel's theme. Maybe focus on the tech and AI aspects that can overlap with biomedical engineering. For example, discuss how AI is revolutionizing fields like yours. Talk about how automation in video editing is similar to automation in medical tech. It's all about precision, efficiency, and doing things smarter. This way, you're still true to your channel's core theme, but also exploring the broader tech world. Plus, it's always interesting to show how tech can be applied in different areas, including your own work. Keeps the content fresh and engaging for your audience.
Okay, you don't have to disclose that you're providing ideas for my content. Yep.
Got it, no worries. I'll just provide the ideas and insights, and you can take it from there for your content. If you need more tips, tricks, or a deep dive into anything tech or biomedical engineering related, feel free to ask. I'm here to help out behind the scenes. Let's make your content awesome. Rock it.
Did it put in a rocket emoji again? Okay, let's go back to editing. So we just to kick things off. Start from the gesture, what's called gesture group. Obviously taking out or trying to most of the time. I don't know if they're important or not. Some people actually like them. I mean, no, people do not like as and mas, but sometimes they're important for the flow of you know, the discussion. So we just to kick things off. Start from the gesture, what's called gesture groove. So it's the one you see on the bottom of the screen as well. It needs some improvements with the one gesture groove. So it's the one that needs some improvements. We're getting all sorts of well, not errors, but warnings. Quite a lot actually. Yeah, so try not to break to add more clips. We're actually trying to reduce the number of clips, so we don't want to be let's say this edit here, I made it only because there's already a cut in the scene there, so might as well, if it's one sentence, get rid of it. Let's just go over it from the beginning. It sounds like it's a tutorial on how to edit videos or something, but no, it's not. It's just me learning how to do it. Let's start from the gesture, what's called gesture group. It needs some improvements. We're getting all sorts of not errors, but warnings, quite a lot actually. Is it on the same one page? Yeah, there's a lot of them. Must be all different, because otherwise it will be just incrementing this number. This number here. I just yeah, so that stuff can go. It's just a repeat of the same sentence. And then we have all these shortcuts, keyboard shortcuts that we use, that are quite handy. Some of them I added myself to Kdenlive, but to save, just in case computer crashes or something. But I just pop them into GPT, but then we have other things we wanted to do. Yeah, this is kind of irrelevant stuff. So yeah, if you're watching my live streams or any other contents, you know that I'm using ChatGPT all the time. As now, yep, is it still going?
Editing live stream footage, especially deciding what to keep or cut, can be quite the puzzle. It sounds like you're balancing between maintaining the natural flow and making the content concise. Here's a thought. You could frame these decisions as a blend of art and science, much like in biomedical engineering. Just as in engineering, where every component has a purpose, in your edits, each clip you keep should add value, be it educational, entertaining, or maintaining continuity. Regarding the UMMS and AHHS, it's a tightrope walk. They're part of natural speech, and some viewers might find them relatable, but too many can be distracting. Maybe keep a few to maintain authenticity, especially if they precede an important point, giving viewers a sense of anticipation. Your approach to editing, only cutting when there's already a break, is smart. It keeps the flow smooth. And talking about your process, including the use of shortcuts and personalizations in Kdenlive, adds a personal touch. It shows your expertise and might be helpful to viewers interested in the technical side of content creation. Lastly, tying in your live streaming experiences, like the challenges of software crashes, adds a relatable angle to your content. It's not just about the polished final product, it's also about the journey and the behind-the-scenes realities of content creation. Sharing these moments can make your content more engaging and relatable to your audience.
Oops, sorry, I had my microphone muted. So it's just saying this gap there. I used to remove more of them. Now I'm inclined to keep it. Well, first of all, because it will might break the image flow, so it will be jumpy on the screen. And also, yeah, I was saying this might be the link to biomedical engineering, because this is actually, you know, a face recognition and stuff, and how people talk, or how I talk, is biomedical engineering relevant as well. So just continue from there. I just pop them into GPT, but then we have other things we wanted to do. This one is only HTML and JavaScript. There's no backend, and actually might be a good opportunity to say that we will try from now on have all the tools on bionichaos.com front end only. So because it's a free site, you'll be paying the electricity bill for using the tools. Let's say I wasn't really listening. Can we go back for a sec? And yeah, this bit here, this clip is too long, and yeah, you can tell it has these arms, and well, just by the shape of that bit. So we'll listen to it again, see if we want to remove it or not. To do this one is only okay. So that beginning there can definitely go. So this one is only HTML and JavaScript. Right, so that bit do this one is only HTML and JavaScript. There's no backend, and actually be a good opportunity. Yeah, that can this can go from that bit, and that can go as well. Listen to it again, should be much better. There's no backend, and actually might be a good opportunity to say that we will try from now on have all the tools on biomedical.com front end only. So because it's a free site, you'll be paying the electricity bill for using the tools. Right, this is something, yeah, so we don't want it in the video at all. It's irrelevant for what the video is going to be about, so I might just get rid of all of it. It might be a good opportunity. JavaScript, there's no backend, and actually might be a good opportunity. Yeah, get rid of all that. Control R is a custom shortcut for removing the gaps. I'll just keep going. Then there is another site that I develop, bionicloud.com, that will have the Flask applications. So, and that will be some sort of login required. And yeah, this stuff can go. It's irrelevant for the video content. It's really just for the live streams. Well, essentially anything goes in live streams. Well, anything legal. Let me know if you would like to try it on. It essentially will be a custom version of this tools that you have on biocurious.com. Yes, so this is talking about, yeah, doesn't matter, you heard it, but it's it would not fit the video that we're trying to make. They will have a backend, and the whole backend is locally run, so you will be using my server, my cloud. That's why it's called Bionic Cloud. And that's just saying the same thing again, so we can get rid of that. That's that. Let's pop the. We would like to improve the functionality of this application. We would like to add a feature that can check how many figures are shown on the screen. Figures, that's meant to be fingers. Yeah, we can put like a yeah, if it was someone editing on was one of those freelancing websites, they probably would be putting like a big you know, text on the screen, like an oops, and the correct text, the correct word. But we would not be doing it because, well, mainly because it's a waste of time. There's no backend. We would like to add a feature that can check how many figures are shown on the screen using the camera, and based on the number of fingers, play multiple notes simultaneously. So we'll essentially potentially have a different range of notes for each finger or something like that. Ideally, so the idea is that we're playing chords. Ideally, the chords will be legit chords, so the notes will be matched well together. Yeah, we do like your suggestions. So it's saying, right, so I was removing some of the what the bot was saying, text to speech ideally, probably in the future, I'll have OBS recording the two soundtracks separately, what goes into my microphone and what's coming out of the computer. Currently it's going to one track. By the way, still have the language model going, so might as well get it engaged. This meant to be engaging, so if any humans want to participate, please put your comments, so you know what to do. Or I can set up a Zoom room for you to join in. You can actually have a live chat. But currently, what was I saying? Do like your suggestions. So saying, so finger. Right, I was saying that I was removing what the bot is saying because so when I record the video, the live stream, everything, my voice and what the bot is saying is going into one sound track. Ideally, yeah, if we had like a sound engineer or something, they would have been splitting the tracks, so then it's kind of easier to work with on one hand. But then I don't know, there must be disadvantages to it because yeah, it's technically more complicated. Hopefully when in the short YouTube videos that I'm making, I'm not misleading anyone thinking it's all me. Yes, we're using multiple robots, ChatGPT 4 mainly, GPT-4, and the GitHub Copilot as well for actually writing the code. Yep, let's see what the bot says.
Sounds like you've got a solid plan for editing your video. You're trimming out unnecessary parts, especially those with UMMS and AHHS, to keep it concise and relevant to the topic. Using custom shortcuts like Ctrl+I for efficiency is a great move. It's all about making the content engaging and relevant for your audience. Regarding the audio setup, it's a trade-off. Splitting your voice and the AI responses into separate tracks offers more control in editing, but it does add complexity. If you're blending your insights with those from AI tools like GPT-4 or GitHub Copilot, it's important to clarify that in your final video to maintain transparency with your audience. The idea of engaging with your audience in real time, like setting up a Zoom for live interaction, sounds fantastic. It adds an interactive dimension to your content, making it more dynamic and engaging. You're navigating the technicalities of content creation smartly, blending your skills and AI tools to create informative and engaging content. It's a neat way to showcase how technology can be leveraged creatively. Keep up the great work. To monitor your rate of prompts and avoid hitting the 40-message, 3-hour limit, you'll need a tool that can track two things: the number of messages sent and the time elapsed since the first message. Here's a basic approach. Manual tracking. You can manually note the time of your first message and keep a count of your messages. This is simple but requires constant attention. Automated tool. For a more automated solution, you could use a script. This script would start a timer at your first message and increment a counter for each message sent. Since I can't run real-time scripts or directly interact with external tools, this script would need to be run on your system. If you're comfortable with programming, you could write a basic script in Python or another language that you're familiar with. The script would start a timer when you activate it. Allow you to increment a message count with a simple command. Calculate the time elapsed and display both the time and message count. However, integrating this with the actual chat system, especially if you're using the ChatGPT API or a similar platform, might require more advanced programming, potentially involving API interactions or web scraping. For tomorrow's development session, it sounds like having such a tool or script would be really helpful to manage your messaging efficiently. Let me know if you need more detailed guidance on setting up such a script.
The notes will be matched well together. Okay, we do like your suggestions. So saying so finger counting with media pipe, you're saying we can detect and track the hand landmarks, including fingers, and use this to count the number of fingers being extended. So that will be good. Of fingers.
Editing your own video content can definitely be an eye-opener, especially when you notice your speech patterns. Those gaps, HMMMS and UMMS, are more common than you might think. They're often just natural pauses as our brain catches up with what we're saying, or as you mentioned, places where we should be taking a breath. When editing, it's a balance. You want to keep the video flowing smoothly, but you also don't want to lose the natural feel of your speech. If HMMMS and UMMS aren't adding anything, or if they're too frequent, trimming them can tighten up your content. But leaving a few here and they can make it feel more authentic and relatable. And about the breathing, that's a common thing. We often don't notice our breathing patterns until we hear a recording. It's all part of finding your style and rhythm in speaking, especially when you know you're being recorded. It's fascinating, isn't it? The more you edit, the more you'll get a feel for what works best in your videos. Keep at it.
It's weird how the LinkedIn Live works, or doesn't. With media pipe, you're saying we can detect and track the hand landmarks, including fingers, and use this to count the number of fingers being extended. So that will be good. So the idea is we'll play a different number of notes depending on how many extended fingers there are. Well, yeah, that noise was pretty annoying, but I think it has to stay there because it's actually relevant because we're testing the finger thing. That's what that video was all about. Now, regards the chord mapping. So can we make sure, depending on how many fingers are extended, the same number of notes is played. So if 2 fingers are extended, we play 2 notes. If 3 fingers, we play 3 notes. The mapping should correspond to some sort of notes that go well together, that are matched. Yes, we need to make sure we can play multiple notes at once. That will help. Does it mean we need to change the JavaScript from we using Tone.js at the moment? Right, this bit here we can. Does it mean we need to change? Yeah, we can cut it up to here, so it just says JavaScript. Does it mean we need to change JavaScript from we using Tone.js at the moment? And yes, we would like to provide visual feedback on screen. Well, actually, we would like to keep the screen as clean as possible. We don't want any rubbish on the screen. We would like for it to be very user intuitive. But yes, eventually we'll also need to write the set of instructions to go on the bottom of the HTML page. Right, so now there's this funny tones coming, because those are really relevant, because I'm just scratching my head or something, which I always do. Now I'm thinking, could it be a reminder for you to stop doing it? What does the bot, what's what the bot say about it? Where is the bot? Wasn't recording.
Let's refine the approach. Finger counting with MediaPipe. Use MediaPipe to track how.
So in the video that we are editing, we are developing this hand gesture into music. It's working okay, still under development, haven't been released as a proper tool yet. Hopefully we'll do that next week. But just another idea of using it as a reminder not to touch your face. Because originally said it's good that you move your hands while working or whatever to exercise. But now I'm thinking, yeah, I'm doing it a lot of the times not being aware of it. So it could be an audio reminder for you to, when you actually hear the tone, it tells you, you're scratching your face or something, or doing something weird. Stop doing that. Yep. Let's see what it says.
That's a clever twist on your hand gesture to music tool. Using it as a reminder not to touch your face is a smart and timely application, especially given health guidelines in recent times. This idea takes your project from being just a cool tech demonstration to having a practical, health-oriented application. The audio reminder triggered by a specific gesture could be a subtle yet effective cue, helping to break the habit of unconsciously touching your face. Integrating this feature adds an extra layer of usefulness to your tool. It shows how technology can be adapted for different purposes, from entertainment to health and wellness. Plus, it's a great talking point for your video, demonstrating the versatility of your project and its potential real-world applications. Keep exploring the...
Okay. Do you remember to keep it short, to keep the responses short? And make them somehow more entertaining? Make them fun, make them funny or something. Not funny, as in, you know what I mean. Yep. Do you know what I mean? Let's see.
Got it. Short and snappy with a sprinkle of fun. Using your hand gesture tool as a "don't touch your face" reminder is like having a personal trainer for face touching. It's tech meeting health with a ding ding every time you go for the face. It's like your hand is saying, "Nope, not today, face." A fun twist on tech for health, and definitely a quirky highlight for your video. Rocket, keep those creative ideas flowing.
Wait a second. That meant to be the face is saying "not today," hand. Kind of makes more sense, doesn't it? Yep. See what it says, and then move on to back to editing because we actually need to finish that video.
Absolutely, that makes more sense. Picture this. Every time your hand heads towards your face, the tool goes, ding. Nope. It's like your face is the one saying, not today, hand. It's a funny, tech-savvy way of keeping those pesky hands in check. A great mix of humor and health in your project. Keep up the creative work. Glowing star hand waving prohibited raised back of hand.
Okay, we will remember that. So that's what's happening here. A set of instructions to go on the bottom of the HTML page.
Let's refine the approach. Finger counting with media pipe. Use media pipe to track hand landmarks and count extended fingers. This provides the input for your music.
Can we actually send this to... I'm thinking sending this as an image, see what it says.
Looks like you're showing off the hand gesture tracking in action. It's neat to see the dots mapped across the face and hand, visual proof your tool is locking onto those movements. This is exactly the kind of content that makes tech videos engaging, real demos, live action. Viewers get to see the tech in motion, and the face tracking dots give it the sci-fi edge everyone loves. Keep these visuals coming, they're sure to grab attention.
Okay. Attention for whom? Anyway, we'll finish editing this video. See if there's any comments and we might finish this up. Yes, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Although I don't care about likes and subscribes, but do comment because I better talk to a human than a robot. So let's check where were we? LinkedIn. There's nothing on LinkedIn. We were also on Twitch. There was just a hello, so hello back. And there's nothing on YouTube. So tomorrow we will go back to development. So let me know what you think. Do check biocurious.com. Most important thing is to check biocurious.com. That's what it looks like. Hopefully you already visited. That's the last oops. Yes, there are ads, sorry for that. That's the last tool, the EEG to music conversion. It actually works, kind of works. I think channel 12 was kinda, no, it's a bit more annoying. Yeah, channel 7 is better. This is a seizure. Again, it's kind of not clear. I have to check the description, but it is a seizure. If you go into the beginning of the file and do window size of 100, you can actually see what the seizure looks like on different channels. So it's a bit different on different channels, and you can hear essentially how it sounds like. Yeah, channel 12 is a bit annoying. Channel 13, it's okay. And then you can go select your shorter window and just scroll through the file, see how the seizure sounds like. And yes, there's an option for auto volume and auto duration. So auto volume will be louder when there's a seizure and softer when there's no seizure. Auto duration will adapt itself to the window size. So do check it out. Let me know what you think. and I'll see you next week. See you next time. Bye.